Let's see now an overview of the different Omron devices that have been added to the Envy Faceplate project. We will access the Omron devices through the main page with the Omron devices icon. And here we have the Omron TM, where we can see different monitoring data like project status, robot status. We can also put the robot in play and pause mode or stop the project, modify also the speed and see the speed in percentage. And we can see also the world coordinates of the robot. Then we have also the CP2E PSC, and here we have the status of the different inputs and outputs of the PSC, and we have also some different PSC information like the load number, maximum cycle time, the cycle time error, the battery flag, or if the user read protection is enabled or not. But this is just a visualization. Then the safety G9 SP is also configured. So we have this first monitor screen where we can see the status of the different safety inputs and outputs, also the status of the safety controller itself, and different possible errors that we can have. Then in the error IO page, we have the description of the different errors that we have in the safety inputs and outputs. Then we have an error log page where we can see the last 10 error logs with the time, and we have a button to update the errors. In this case it is not shown because I'm not connected to the unit. Then we have the same for the operation log, and finally we have a transmission data page where we can see the bits that can be transferred between the NB and the G9 SP. So we can write bits, and we can also read some bits from the G9 SP. The following device is the temperature controller, in this case the E5CC, but also the E5DC. And in this first screen we have configured the main information of the E5CC or DC unit, and here we have like an overview. This is a page of an overview, and we have just one unit, but we can connect more than one, so we could copy and paste this layout and adapt it to more units here. And we have this button to display this trend graph also. And here we can put the unit at run, stop, and start the auto tuning. And then we have the specific page for the unit 1. So here we have different buttons to run or stop the unit, or activate the command, writing or not, different alarm information. And here we have a one tab page for the set point settings, another one for the PID, then for the auto tuning operation, and the last one is for some status information. We also have connected the EJ1 temperature controller, which is quite similar, but it has a different layout in case the customer wants to use different types of displaying it. So in the overview page, in this case, I put up to 4 units with the same layout than the E5CC, also with the run, stop, and auto tuning buttons. And the trend graph is included in the channel 1 page, which is the page for the unit 1. In here we have first of all the trend graph in the first tab, in the second the PID settings, then the auto tuning, and finally some alarm settings. And here we also have monitoring information and the run and stop commands. And the last section of the Omron devices is the inverters, where we have three inverters, the M1, the MX2, and the RX2. So we have a page for each one. For the M1, we have the current fault information with the number of the error and the description. We also have output voltage, current, and torque monitoring data, and the status of the input terminal and output terminals. We also have some drive status data for the operation, and we can put the inverter in forward operation and starting it with the same button here, and also for the reverse. And the stop button, it will stop the inverter. We can also change from this data input, number input, sorry, the reference of the inverter, and it is quite similar in the MX2 and RX2. We also have the monitoring data, and we can change the reference and put the inverter in forward, reverse, and start or stop the operation. And the same for the RX2.